latest hot topics, upcoming guests, and get links to free stuff. Tweet me today. Oh, yeah. It's time to get to the eating. Welcome back, everybody. You know, I love seafood and I love Cheddar Bay biscuits. And yesterday, after the show was over, I took lunch at the Red Lobster in Times Square. And I must tell you, sumptuous. You know, all the restaurants have a great new look inside and outside. Plus, they're featuring an exciting menu, debuting nationwide on November 16th. And I got a chance to try all of these new things on the menu. And here to walk us through and give us a little sneak peek of how to make a lobster roll is Red Lobster's executive chef, Michael LeDuc.
Hello.
How you LeDucin'? Okay. Chef LeDuc, I just want to talk about these different things that I ate. I ate every one of them yesterday. Let's start here.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we brought here is sort of an example of how you can have seafood for every taste and every budget.
Yes.
So you mentioned the great new look inside. So we've got these restaurants sort of inspired by Bar Harbor, a small town in Maine. So we've got some food that kind of inspired from Maine as well, and get you eating seafood in some new ways.
And all of these things here are under $20 on the menu, and they're brand new. Now look. I'm going to tell you, the flatbread I absolutely love. First, we had a salad.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do the order of how I ate yesterday. The salad, the shrimp, the cucumbers, everything fresh. I had blue cheese dressing, and it was just delicious. And we paired it with the flatbread. Tell us about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we did here was we took seafood and we added this to some familiar things, right? So everyone likes flatbread, everyone likes salad. We added the shrimp on there. So great way to kind of introduce yourself to seafood, introduce kids to seafood.
Yes.
So I got my kids eating seafood, so kind of a cool way to go at it.
And I'm going to tell you something that I noticed about this. It didn't have like the Italian pizza taste. It was the almost like a Cheddar Bay, secret seasoning.
Exactly. So in all of our food, what we try and do is just make it very, you know, Red Lobster. So it's about going to the coast.
Now this, I got to tell you something. Go talk about this tilapia.
So this is Parmesan crusted tilapia. So in our restaurants, we have between 5 and 8 varieties of fresh fish on the menu every day. A lot of great ways to enjoy them. This is one, so it's Parmesan crusted fresh fish. A little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. Great crust, great flavor.
Yeah, really good flavor. And by the way, the rice and the broccoli are excellent also. And now this.
The second way to enjoy fish, off the wood fire grill, maple glazed salmon and shrimp. So I'm from upstate New York. Used to get maple syrup a lot when I was a kid.
Yes.
Love the flavor. So put this on there, and it's just sort of a way to add something new and unique to something you're familiar with.
Not only that, but for under 20 bucks, you get 4 different things on your plate. And let me just say, you get the shrimp and the salmon. You don't have to choose one or the other. Exactly. Now look. So I'm still eating, and then they bring out the lobster roll, and I'm like, holy Sag Harbor, holy Maine, holy smokes, I love lobster rolls. Let's talk about the lobster roll while we start making the lobster roll.
So we're going to start making the lobster roll. So we talked about being inspired by Bar Harbor, Maine, so the lobster rolls are inspired by Maine. We all went there and took a little trip. So we're going to mix it together. We've got fresh lobster meat in the bowl here. So now this comes from the lobster, a lot of the claw meat, a little bit of the tail meat, but it's important they use just great lobster meat. So you're going to add the chili sauce.
Chef.
Good? Perfectly. Perfect.
There's something that the viewers need to understand. There's no filler in here. This is all lobster meat. It's meaty, it's good. Hey.
Absolutely. So
it's meaty, it's good, it's moist, and it's Red Lobster.
Absolutely. So we have a little bit of seafood seasoning, some lemon juice. We've got some chopped celery.
This is 1 teaspoon of lemon juice.
And then we're going to finish it with mayonnaise, and we're just going to get that mixed up.
Little celery.
Get it all mixed up. Get there, and this is all about simplicity. So it's all about the freshness of the lobster.
Do you guys love lobster rolls? Summering at Martha's Vineyard. This is like, we love lobster rolls. And the idea that we can just run to Red Lobster and get a really meaty, look at that, look.
Absolutely.
Look, do you see that?
Perfect. So now
sort
of the next piece of this, and one of the important pieces, is that we've taken some bread, right? We're just going to butter this one real quick. We've got some already done.
Chef LeDuc,
yes,
not some bread. This is sourdough, soft, delicious bread with butter on it.
So this is an example of how we kind of took a premium ingredient like lobster and we folded it into something really approachable like a sandwich. So what's better than bread toasted with butter and the fresh lobster meat? So what we're going to do is, if you want to fill one up real simple, we've got some of these already toasted.
Oh, I'll do it.
You want to fill one up?
I'll do it all right.
Fill one up with here you go, your spoon right there.
Okay, great.
and just as much as you want or as much as you can fit in the roll, whichever one it is, right?
You know, at home, I'd eat one with the roll and then scoop the rest myself.
Absolutely. So this is a great way to just sort of a good way to enjoy lobster. So, and as you mentioned, under $20, something to break the bank. Absolutely, for a whole piece of claw meat there.
I'm going to eat this during commercial. Chef LeDuc, thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely, thank you.
Chef LeDuc, everybody, is head of all the chefs at Red Lobster. He knows what he's talking about. You guys can log on to wendyshow.com for this recipe. It's fabulous. And Red Lobster is giving everyone in the studio audience 2 $20 gift cards. Plus, you guys, Chef LeDuc and his team have brought New England lobster rolls for everyone in the audience. Come on out, guys. Yeah. Don't go away. Ask Wendy is next. Closed captioning for the Wendy Williams Show is brought to you by...
Buy one, get one.
Fox 5. Get myfoxny.com on your iPhone free at the App Store and stay connected.
Welcome back. I was just reviewing with my guests what I'll be doing right after the show, including but not limited to taking off this wig, taking off this outfit, locking the door to my office, taking the phone off the hook, putting my robe on, and eating the rest of those lobster rolls. Yeah. Well, it's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Very well, thank you.
I'm good. How you doing?
How you doing?
So, our question is, we were at dinner the other night, and we kind of found out that we both have feelings for the same guy, which is weird because we're roommates. But it's also weird because the guy is our third roommate.
And it's awkward because I kind of feel entitled to him because I've known him the longest,
But he doesn't want you.
well, you don't know that. You don't know. But he's
Your
also...
roommates, he's never crept in your room? Because I think the guy sees the moment.
Maybe.
Okay, how long?
Maybe I'm in denial.
How long have you known him?
Well, we've known each other for about 10 years, but it's kind of changed recently. I feel like we've gotten closer.
Okay.
But he's kind of the financial backer for our apartment.
And it's a great apartment. We can't lose the apartment over this.
Him and the apartment, because we're friends.
Okay, are you better friends with her than you are wanting to be with him?
I don't know.
Okay. No, fair enough. Are you, or would you rather have him or her? How you doing?
These are tough questions because we have to remember the Greenwich Village apartment.
You guys, get over the... First of all, this is bound to torpedo itself because one day, that same bottle of wine that you guys were drinking when you had this conversation, he's going to join in and he's going to make a choice, whether it's going to be one of you or both of you. Somebody's feelings are about to get hurt.
That's
if you
true.
enjoy each other more, then please, why don't you pool your money, get a less fabulous apartment, but at least you'll preserve your friendship. Besides, who wants to be fabulous off some guy? Don't you want, you know what I mean? You be fabulous yourselves. Okay. Good luck, girls. Cute. Do I have time for another one? Oh.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
All right.
I got engaged last December to a wonderful man, but unfortunately it was kind of the wrong time in his life for our engagement, and we recently ended it in July. And since we ended it, he kind of has made some big changes in his life and keeps professing how much he would like to kind of, you know, get back together and work on a future together. And my question is, I'm very hesitant, although I love him very much. I'm hesitant as to what to do just because I'm really scared because of what happened.
Okay, how long were you with him before you were engaged?
5.5 years.
5.5 years. Okay, and what was your big bone of contention with him?
I was never the priority.
Okay. Well, you know, listen, careers are very important.
Yes, they
You
are.
establish, we all know the order of importance in life is family first, then your education, then you establish your career, foregoing a lot of times friends and boyfriends.
Everything, sure.
So you look really young. Maybe those were his years of foregoing. You know what? If you invested 6 years prior, I say give him through the holidays and 6 months after to see. I mean, it's worth it to see if he's really changed his way. And if he has, then continue on. If he hasn't, and be prepared, then you'll have to move on.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You guys, we have to take a break, but we'll be right back.
Life is indeed an incredible journey. And while the road you traveled may have been different from that of your neighbor, some choices are pretty clear.
Walmart and Sam's Club locations.
How are you guys? Before we go, I want to send our condolences to friend of the show, Shannon Doherty. Shannon was here last Friday, and last Friday happened to have also been the day that her father, John, passed away from a stroke. So our thoughts and prayers are with you, Shannon, and your family as well. I want to thank today's guests who came. Isaac Mizrahi, very funny. Iman, love you. And Red Lobster's head chef, LeDuc. Thank you so much. And you, of course, my fabulous studio audience. There is no show without them. Tomorrow, my big sister in my head, Natalie Cole, will be here along with skateboarding legend Tony Hawk. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy.